CCTV's Jessica Stone is following this story. She joins us from our newsroom. Jessica.
And Susan, John Kerry's bottom line to all of the Sunni nations in the region: you are safer with this nuclear agreement with Iran than without it.
The larger imperative.
It's becoming a familiar refrain. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry using an unprecedented visit to Cairo to sell the Iran nuclear deal.
It will make Egypt and all the countries of this region safer. Egypt, Israel, the Gulf states, every country in the region is safer. It is far, far better to have an Iran that doesn't have a nuclear weapon than one that does.
It's a drumbeat Kerry will continue in Doha on Monday. That is where he'll meet with Gulf state leaders. They worry the deal, which would lift crippling economic sanctions from Iran, will allow Iran greater freedom to sponsor terror groups throughout the region.
We are committed that if Iran should try to cause mischief in the region, we're committed to confront it resolutely.
Kerry will also meet with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Doha. The two appear to see a constructive role for Iran in helping the region defeat the terror group ISIL.
We have to see what the Iranians are prepared to do.
But noticeably absent from the secretary's trip is the deal's critic-in-chief. Kerry will not be touching down in Jerusalem.
It's just not part of the parameters for this trip. It's not, it wasn't a deliberate decision not to go. There's an awful lot to cover in 8 days, as you can see.
And according to the State Department, the last conversation that Kerry had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was on June 16th, just 2 days after the July 16th, just 2 days after the Iran nuclear deal was announced. Now, meantime, Netanyahu, he's on a counter-sales campaign of his own against the Iran deal. He will be making his point via webcast to North American Jews in their synagogues and community centers. That's going to happen on Tuesday, Susan.
And so, Jessica, obviously, this is not the first time Prime Minister Netanyahu has gone up against the White House in recent months. How is the White House planning on pushing back against him?
Well, this week is going to be another bunch of briefings, breakfasts, and hearings. Wednesday, U.S. President Barack Obama expected to make his case again to the American people. That's going to happen in a speech at a Washington area university. And also on Wednesday, there's going to be a member of the International Atomic Energy Agency on Capitol Hill behind closed doors. Sure to be some tough questions about the deal for him.
Jessica Stone, thank you, reporting in the newsroom.